Hey everybody, Gabriel Miguel here, and today I'm going to be sharing my top 3 tips from, I'll make it 4, top 4 tips from Ray Higdon's Top Earner Academy 3 live event in Tampa. So I went to Top Earner Academy like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, something like that, August 13th to the 15th to the 16th actually. And man, Ray Higdon is the man. He brought in at least 15 of the best network marketers in our industry, internet marketers, video marketers, personal branding experts, all these coaches and just super top earners in the industry, man. Like one lady, she was making 1.3 million a month from her MLM business. So I was like, wow, you got to listen to these people when they speak. So I have tons of notes. I mean, I'm using pens as bookmarks just, for this video, but I've got this entire notebook. It's filled front to back. This used to say Top Earner Academy here on the front, and now it's just a green little thing. So this thing is completely filled, and I'm just gonna start off with some stuff from Ray Higdon about mindset. He really went deep into mindset, and I think it's hugely important. So he said, if you want to make monumental leaps, you need to leap before you're ready. Let that sink for a second. You need to leap before you're ready. Let me give you an example. At the event, they had a couple microphones set up at the front. There was 400 people altogether, 400 people, closer to 4. And they had 2 microphones set up at the front of the room, one on each side, spaced out equally. And they wanted people to, ask questions, to engage. They would do little role-playing stuff, give them feedback about certain parts of the event, things like that. So Jessica, Ray's wife, she was like, whenever you are feeling nervous or you're feeling afraid to come up to the mic, that's when you need to come up to the mic. So I decided I'm not gonna, I'm gonna take that to heart. Every time I feel afraid, I'm gonna go up just to conquer that fear and become the better version of the person that I want to be. So every single time there was an opportunity to get up to the mic, I went. Every single time. And half the time I didn't have any clue what it was that I was gonna say. As soon as they said, we're bringing people up to the mic, they didn't pick people out. It was you walked up, voluntarily, you just got up and got in line. So before I had any clue what it was that I was going to say, I would just get up and go. Because I was like, I'm not going to sit here and look at myself all disappointed because I didn't take the action, I don't want to sit in these seats and think about what could have been. I'm going to get up and do it so I feel great and I don't feel that dissatisfaction with myself. So if you want to make monumental leaps, you need to leap before you're ready. Before you're ready. Don't think about it, just leap. Take the leap. You will, I'm telling you, you will thank yourself. I had so many people coming up to me after the event. I literally went up every single time. At the end, I kind of was I'm standing in line. I'm asking Ray, I'm dude, should I go sit down? Should I go sit down? Because I've been here every single time. And he was like, nah, man, just whatever. I think he was kind of upset that I even asked something like that. But everyone at the event, dude, I must have had 70, 80 individual people come up to me and tell me they thought I was great on the mic. Tanya Eliza came up to me and she said she thought I was great at speaking, and that was really cool. She's like a rock star. And just all these people, man, just all these people. It was great. So leap. If you want to make monumental leaps, leap before you're ready. Do the thing that you need to do before. You're not going to be 100% ready. Just do it. Just do it. You'll get better, but the main thing is you're creating a pattern, and that pattern of leaping, of doing when you're not ready, will be the foundation for your success. It's the foundation of all success, is to take action when everything isn't perfectly imperfect, okay? I went really deep on that one, but it's very important. So let me find another one. This is another Ray Higdon-ism. He says, instead of saying someday, how about you just say, I'm never gonna do it. I'm never gonna do it. For example, quitting smoking. You know what I mean? God bless to all the smokers out there. Actually, I myself, I'm an ex-smoker, I'll admit it. Years ago, I quit on my own. And anyway, if you're gonna, just as an example, if you're gonna say that you know, I'll quit smoking someday. Someday is always in the future. Someday is never now. Someday will never be now. All you have is now. You know what I mean? Especially with smoking. But someday, I'll do that someday. It's always someday, man. Shia LaBeouf, yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it. You gotta see the Shia LaBeouf video. Best video ever. Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it. Someday was yesterday. You know what I mean? You said someday 2 days ago. So just do it. If he's like, if you're gonna keep saying someday, you might as well say I'll just never do it. He was like, someday, you know, I'll start eating healthy, and someday I'll just stop eating cake. Ray was like, man, if you're not gonna stop eating the cake today, he's literally his words. He's like, you better eat the shit out of that cake. You better be like, yeah, I love this cake, man. This cake is great. This cake's awesome. You know, you better eat the hell out of that cake, because if you're not gonna quit today, then you shouldn't be complaining. If you're not gonna do it today, do not complain about it. Don't sit there and smoke that cigarette and be like, this is so terrible, and you're not doing anything about it. It's like, that's pathetic. I'm sorry, that's pathetic to watch. You know what I mean? I've been there, and it's pathetic. Dude, just get it done. Every single time that there's something that you know you need to do and you'll say you'll do it someday, it's only a thing that can be of benefit to you. No one ever procrastinates for stuff that's not going to be good for them. You know what I mean? If you're going to stop eating cake, that's going to be a huge benefit to you. Stop prolonging that. Just do it. You know? And if you're not going to do it, then just might as well say you're never going to do it, and at least be happy in that knowing. Accept it that you're not going to do it. You know what I mean? Own up to it. So, that's tip number 2. Going kind of deep here. I'm going to skip to, man, an amazing story. This guy had actually given me a free VIP pass. I don't know, he might have just seen me around at the event, but he was walking out. I'm talking with this girl, Martina Lamsova. She's from like Slovakia. She's freaking awesome. This girl is incredible. And sitting there talking with her, and he walks up to me and gives me a VIP pass. The thing must have been like $700 at least. So he's like, I'm not gonna be here for the VIP day. It was like an extra day that was added on only for the people, the VIPs. He was like, yeah, you can just have it. He takes the pass, shoves it in my hand. I'm like, God is so good. I'm like freaking out and losing my mind. So this notebook is full of notes that I only took from the VIP day, which is just like, you know, behind closed doors. It was like 40 people, and we got, you know, Tim Sales, Mark Harbert, Lisa Grossman. She was the one I was saying. She makes like 1.3 million a month in network marketing, and dude, this thing is like gold. You know, this thing too, but this is crazy. So Mark Harbert, expert video marketer, awesome video maker, just a really good guy all around. I love this guy. I got to meet him, hang out with him, and he says, Mark Harbert, he said, stay real. Don't always try to be perfect. Perfection, trying to be perfect will end up in rejection. You know what I mean? Imagine if you're always trying to portray this image of being this perfect person and you're really not, and you're expending all this energy trying to be this person, and it's totally detracting from who you are, and it's not being of service to anybody. So be real, be authentically you. You know, I feel like I've said that a lot, but it's the truth. It's be authentically you. Show your mistakes, man. When I make these videos, and what do I have to hide? I have nothing to hide from anyone. I have nothing to hide. You know what I mean? I just share the fact that I used to be a smoker and I quit. I mean, what is that? Why would you try to hide these things about yourself? You know what I mean? Like, hide the fact that, you know, this thing is all beat up, or I'm using my notebook. You know, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm sitting here, you know, I'm in my grandma's house, man. I'm in my grandma's house and I'm making this video. I love spending time with her. But it's like, be you, you know? Take people on your journey. Let them see who you really are in all aspects of your life. Not if you're just into marketing, but really let people know who you are, man. Don't make it a thing where you throw yourself at people, you know? Like, hey, I used to smoke and blah, blah, blah. I'm always at my grandma's house. No, it's like, just be you. Wherever you go, there you are. You know what I mean? So just be you. wherever you are. Be you wherever you are. So I actually took his quote and kind of added on something. I made it into like a little catchphrase. He says, I got stay real. Perfection ends up in rejection after no connection. Perfection ends up in rejection after no connection. You can't connect with that's powerful. If you can't connect with someone if you're trying to be perfect. People don't like perfection. They like authenticity. That's what people connect with, authenticity. So perfection ends up in rejection after no connection. I made that up, but he kind of said like the first part. I just added after no connection. So that was from Mark Harbert, Top Trainer Academy Live. Now, tip number 4. It's kind of a long video, but there's a ton of value in this. This is from Tim Sales, the freaking man when it comes to MLM. Like, he is awesome. He was I don't know. I'll let you look up Tim Sales. Tim Sales is great. I got to speak with him. He gave me a little bit of advice. God, just this great guy. I was sitting at the front row of the VIP thing, and he's like right there, presenting right in front of me, and just like talking with me, and it was really cool. Anyway, he was talking about kingdoms of duplication. If you already have a downline and you're trying to get people to duplicate, you know, there's certain things that you need to allow to happen. You know what I mean? And he was saying, I'm gonna read right from the notebook here, so let me try not to block my face. Leaders should not forbid sub-kingdoms. So he was talking about, imagine, a kingdom is basically like someone comes in under you, and they're a kind of person who has a bunch of friends that go to the gun range, and that's their circle. That's where that person networks. All their friends at the gun range, and they totally have their own culture. And then maybe someone comes in under the guy who goes to the gun range, and this is a girl who she rides horses. You know what I mean? And she rides horses. I don't know. I do know a couple people who ride horses, but she rides horses. All her friends are people who ride horses, and they totally have their own way of operating. You know, they think very differently from the gun people. You know what I mean? So they're gonna naturally create their own kind of kingdom. You know what I mean? Like a kingdom, or I hate to use the word clique, or just like a group, or just a way of operating, but they have their own thing. You know what I mean? You'll get like the, you know, soccer moms or something like that. Shout out to the soccer moms. But like, you know, he was saying leaders should not forbid sub kingdoms. Like I'll give an example. I've seen where a leader will come in, and you know, they'll bring a few people onto their downline, and they'll just be like, no, you need to do it like this. This person has this way of operating, and they're like stamping all over what everyone else has got going on because it's out there to them. They want people to, you know, follow their system or whatever. But it's like, when a leader tries to step up, you cannot step on them. You know what I mean? They're trying to step up. They're trying to take the reins. They're really trying to be a leader. That's a huge thing. And whatever way they decide to lead, you need to allow them to do that. If they prefer to do the home meetings or whatever, then let them. If they like webinars, then let them. Let them do their style of leadership. You know what I mean? Try to help them. But if someone is self-motivated and they're taking the action themselves without you telling them, you need to let it happen, because that is what really grows a business. When people find that self-motivation, they find that vision that pulls them to step up and be a leader, that's what you need in your organization. That's what's gonna do it, man. So leaders should not forbid sub-kingdoms. Somewhere messily written right there with the blue star. Leaders should not forbid sub-kingdoms. Like, if people start coming in under you, you start bringing people in under you, and someone steps up, well, let them do their thing. You know what I mean? Be the best upline you can, but let them step up and let them do their thing. If they're with their own circle of people, you know, let them do their thing. Completely let them, because stepping on them it makes you look bad, because people start hearing about the fact that you stepped on someone and made someone feel bad. Then if you do that consistently enough, you know, if you stay on this terrible negative cycle long enough, people will start hearing about you, and they're not going to like you. I've seen it happen. They're not going to like you. The word's going to spread, and it's not going to be cool, man. You really want to let people do their thing. Let people be them. Leaders, you should support their kingdom. Instead of not just stepping on them, but you should support them in any way you can. You do not trump the kings of the king of a kingdom. You do not try to trump them. Like, you don't. I had heard a story at Top Earner Academy. I'm going to try to tell this right, of a guy who brought a few people into his downline. And, you know, I guess he was a leader in his own respect, and he decided to bring some people in. He was bringing some people in, and some guy had come out to see him. You know, one of the leaders that was stepping up under him decided to come see him. You know, loosely telling the story, and he kind of treated the guy like crap, to put it frankly. He was like, you know, good seeing you, blah blah blah, and he sent him on a train home. He didn't spend any time with him, you know what I mean? He just like got him on a train and shipped him out and said bye. And as soon as the guy had gotten on the train, you know, the leader that he had invited to come see him, he'd realized what he did, and he felt absolutely horrible. And if I remember correctly, he cried about it, because he realized that, you know, he gave the guy no acknowledgement. It's terrible. It was so sad. He's like, he gave the guy no acknowledgement. He gave him no credit, and he just kind of treated him like a piece of meat and just shipped him off on this train back to his, you know, his home. And it was like, wow, that's really sad. You know, you shouldn't do that to people, man. People, more than anything, people need to know that they're worthy, and that let people feel recognized and appreciated. That's all anyone really wants in business and life. They just want to feel appreciated, especially little kids. You know what I mean? And we're all little kids on the inside, but they want to feel appreciated, you know? Recognize people for what they're doing, whether it be you had a leader step up under you and recruit 20 people into your business, or you had someone who got their first customer. You know what I mean? Ray Higdon says this all the time. He got this from someone else, but he says this all the time. He's like, version 1.0 is infinitely better than version 0.0. Someone making, you know, getting their first distributor is infinitely better than the person who, not better, but, you know, it's just, you got to recognize them for getting their first person, getting their fifth person, you know what I mean? Congratulate them, because those are big deals. In order for somebody to step up and become a leader, and, you know, really start getting people into their downline and allowing it to duplicate and all that, they have to change everything. If they're not already like in a business mindset, you've got to change your whole world has to shift. That's a huge deal. It's not like a little laughing matter like, hey, I brought him in, you know, we showed him the script and now he's got this, and he's like, no, everything's got to change in that person's mind, and you should recognize him for that, because it's not only a monumental business achievement, it's a monumental personal achievement. You know what I mean? A lifetime achievement. You know, when people start like really doing things, like if you're doing marketing or whatever, showing someone marketing, and they make their first video, congratulate them. That's a huge deal. First video is a huge deal. Humongous deal. So anyway, there's a ton of stuff. I've been going on for 18 minutes now. That's way longer than I thought I would. Wow. Alright, so I'm just going to cut this here. You guys can, you know, check that out if you want. But, yeah, that's it for this one. Gabriel Miguel here. Feel free to, you know, if you got some value from this, leave a comment, connect with me on Facebook, man. I'd be more than happy to connect with you guys. And feel free to visit the blog. You know, please visit the blog, www.gabriel-miguel.com. And I actually have a free little giveaway thing up there. It's called 3 Powerful Ways to Slay Your Negative Mental Monster and Overcome All Fear. It's really powerful, I'm not going to lie. But it's not going to be up there much longer, because I have something, even personally to me, a little better in the works. That something is going to be, it's really going to help you out with the nuts and bolts of a lot of things. It's a lot of value. It's a lot of value in what I'm about to put out. So grab the negative mental monster thing, the 3 Powerful Ways to Slay Your Negative Mental Monster, while it's still up there, because it's not going to be up there for long, and literally maybe like the next couple days. So, Gabriel Miguel, peace out. Oh, peace out again. I failed to shut it off.